What is up, fellow bench warmers? Welcome to another episode of our FBW League Draft. My name is JJT with Commish Eric. Commish, today we do a 16 team. We'll try to complete the whole draft, but let's see where it will take us. Hopefully, it won't take too long. But before that, may mga updates tayo, di ba? I heard sa news, Paul George, Joel Embiid, mga no timetable, mga we already know, but last episode we talked about them. Now we don't know when they'll be, if they're gonna be ready for the start or
Yeah,
it would take some time.
well, we still don't know kasi their answers are very vague. No, Embiid is practicing. He actually went through most of the practice already, but they don't want to give a timetable. Or actually, they don't want to commit to him playing right away. But I think he can play. It's just whether will they let him play or how much will they let him play? Will they play every game? Will they let him? It depends because I think as I said, he got the surgery in March, so it's been a while. It's not an ACL or anything; it's just a chronic problem with his knee. So we still don't have any clarity with Paul George also because he's been doing everything except the 5-on-5 stuff. But seems like he looks good. So yeah, we're still not clear with that with both of them.
Okay. So 16 team before, other news, no, kung meron man. 16 team league, I find this one of the harder drafts because it's deeper. What's gonna be your tip for me? I'm picking 14th.
Uh
Another tough spot.
Yeah, actually, it's very tough. No, with even with 14, it's already tough this year because of, as we said, the undue advantage of the top four, top five. After that, it's really tough. So you really have to nail your picks. What if you're really that late at 13, 14, 15, 16? I guess you just really have to commit to a strategy as to punting since it's head to head. Going with not try to go balanced because it's not gonna work. No, it's not gonna work in this year in this season. So you really have to find a good strategy, a good punt. So it depends on who falls to you. No, in a 16 team, my saving grace in 16 team leagues are Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. In case both of them somehow gets forgotten and falls to you. So
Well,
that's
they're always forgotten. They're always there in the second round. They're always there available late in the first round. Even in a
I've had some drafts, but sometimes they do get picked at the 10, 11, 12. Those because managers will, as like us, we're thinking who can we pick at this position, and when they scroll down, then they see Steph, and then like, okay, I'll just get Steph. At least, I mean, we remember him as a first rounder anyway, so it's like at least I still have it's a peace of mind that you have a proven first rounder, I guess.
all right. So interesting here. Jalen Williams went number 13,
Yeah, that's a it's high,
despite
but
a news. I think I heard that he is. There's still no certainty that he's gonna be ready, right?
I think he will be. I think he will be. Not maybe not right away in training camp, but when they get into the season, as far as I remember when I read it, yeah, they're confident he will be ready. But again, as we said, OKC, they don't need to let him play. They're very deep. They have a lot of players, so he can. I think like Embiid. I think he can, but we're not sure if they will let him play.
Okay, I might get Curry here.
Curry and
Um,
Maxi actually is a good combo. Curry,
Actually, that's the one I was thinking about, the Curry and
but
Maxi.
it's
If Maxi lands
I doubt though that
is
Maxi
available
will.
for me.
Yeah, I doubt Maxi will fall in the next. I mean, back to you with four more picks before you get your pick. Maxi is another one of those players that I think is a very good pick. Yeah, as we said before, he plays better with Embiid and Paul George healthy. But yeah, I think eventually Embiid,
If not, I'm hoping Donovan will still
Donovan,
be
yes,
available. I think
Donovan
that's
is
a
a good or Devin Booker. If Devin Booker is still there, I like Devin Booker actually. He's also another safer pick with a upside, no, because you can't go really safe when you're 14th in a 16 team league. You have to make some Hail Marys there, some picks that if it works out, then you can somehow lessen the advantage of the top 4 or 5 teams.
all right. So
So
now the problem is if Maxi and Mitchell gets picked.
so I guess Booker was picked. Yeah, that
Yeah,
that, that makes sense. So looking at who's left, well, Durant is there, but I don't know if you're high on him. But among these players at
that
this
might be
stage,
a too
yeah,
old squad if I pick Curry, and I'm hoping Durant gets picked here actually in pick
yeah.
16. No,
So
Sengun
Sengun,
gets
yeah,
picked. Yeah,
Sengun is rising. I guess the Fred Van Vliet injury is taking its effect. People are looking at Sengun as somebody who will get more usage for Houston. Although, as we said, I think I wrote about it that I don't think he really improves by a lot because I think the efficiency when Sengun gets a lot of usage is not that good also. So might just even out. But yeah, he's rising for that
all
reason, I
right.
think.
So Chet gets the
Pick,
17th,
yeah.
which I think is a little early, and I don't see a good fit with Sengun there. But yeah, but
Uh
again, this is 16 team, so everyone at the everyone will be reaching for a bit here, a bit more than a 14 team league.
I think so. Yeah. You have to remember if there's somebody you like and you're picking in 14, 13, 14, 15, 16, or even 1, 2, 3, 4. No, the start or the end, it's gonna take a while before it comes back to you. It's gonna
Yeah.
take a long while. Like after your pick, it's gonna be what 28 picks.
All right. So Booker Durant. So now I have
Durant was picked.
Maxi. I think I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Maxi. That's
That's a,
the
that's a
original.
good. That's
That was
very good.
my original plan.
Actually,
After
Maxi
all,
could have been picked in the top 14. So this is, you basically just reverse Maxi and Steph in a way. No,
yeah.
because Maxi has been very popular late first round pick also among managers.
I think the biggest surprise here was the Jalen Williams pick
Yeah,
uh,
Jalen Williams and
at
Sengun.
13.
Yeah, Sengun is a little high at 16. So
Sengun is a little high, but not really surprising because he's been picked right there, right in that
yeah, I guess. I
range.
guess. Yeah, who else? Sabonis is always high, although as I said, I'm not really that high on him. But other than that, Yanis over Luka, that's something. So let's see,
Yep.
let's see, let's see,
Oh,
let's see.
Yanis. So that's Joey. I think Joey picked Yanis over Luca.
I in
Uh,
head to head, I'm fine with that. In head to head, I'm actually okay with Yanis even as number 3 over Shea in head to head because again, head to head, it's really about how you build your team, no, how
yeah.
you try to build around Yanis. No? So it's fine. It's fine. So,
All right. So let's talk about. It's gonna take a little bit more
well,
time
wait.
before our pick.
Yeah, the updates. Memphis is the other team with the new update. People were surprised that Jaren Jackson Jr. was ruled out basically for the first week or so. But we already said that before that the turf toe injury. I really did not see him playing early in the season. I was thinking November, so I think that's what will happen. Hopefully, just 1 week or 2 weeks out for JJJ, and ED was already said to be out for a while. The new news was Brandon Clark, who's going to be out
Mm-hmm.
also again. So now they're left with Santi Aldama as their only pick.
Yeah.
So Santi should be somebody that will be popular late in the drafts, no? Santi and maybe GG Jackson might get minutes again. So that's the Memphis updates that we have. And then,
There were some updates about Kyrie, I think,
yeah,
and Dejounte, two players who have always been picked late in the drafts. I mean, usually the last two. Actually, I'm surprised they're being picked the last pick, last round, 12th round, 11th round. I was kind of thinking someone will take a risk earlier, like on the 10th or ninth round for
people
the
are
two players.
people are lumping them with the Tatum and the Lillard, but managers who think about the timeline better would see that Kyrie, first of all, his injuries on ACL, I think March, right? I think March or something like that.
Yeah.
So January, best in a fast healer sense. January, February is the normal return. No? But he from even before the new video came out where he was shooting, playing well and everything. There were already videos before where already saw that he was really moving well. The only concern maybe with me and with other managers was when he said that he's not committing to playing. He doesn't want to say that he will play this season. You know,
Hmm.
typical Kyrie. So maybe people got spooked by that. But I think Kyrie should be picked higher and definitely earlier than DeJounte. No, although DeJounte looks good also. DeJounte looks
The I think the thing that also have to be wary about is that they might look good on like one-on-one workouts or
yeah,
practice workouts, but what usually takes time is the contact,
that's true.
physical contact, the drills, the 5-on-5s. That will take time, and
But
that's where I'm a little worried.
but I'm
When I
confident with
hear of
those
the
two. I'm
But when
confident with
I
those.
hear about the January timeline, I'm thinking it's so close to um, All Star.
I think
Um,
I
I
think
think
Kyrie will play earlier. Earlier
before
than
the All
January.
Star.
Earlier than January. I think maybe end of December he might already be there. Kyrie's ACL. It's an ACL injury, and it's easier nowadays. No, DeJounte maybe it's an Achilles. So, as I said with DeJounte, if he comes back January, I'll be happy because that is really when I think the best case scenario with DeJounte is January. But with Kyrie, I can see him coming back December. I can see that. I'm not saying he will, but it's possible, very possible with Kyrie. There is
All right.
even videos of Jason Tatum already working out. If you saw those videos,
Yeah,
but
or shooting.
yeah,
I think.
shooting, dribbling. I
Yeah,
mean, moving
and
well.
he
And he
hasn't
said,
ruled out. That's the funny thing. He hasn't
yeah,
ruled himself out not
but
playing
but
this
no,
year.
but no. It's very unlikely that he gets. He can play this year. I will not say he will not play, but it's very unlikely that he'll be fantasy relevant this year. Whether he is a fast healer or not, it's too fast. I mean, he got injured May already. I think that's too late already, especially with an Achilles injury. So yeah, Tatum is out for me, but those two are are, are okay picks. There's
All
so
right.
many
So
injuries. Scoot also
second,
got injured.
yeah, I was just about to say, but I was. Let's recap first the second round as it's about to end. Dyson Daniels picked here. I think this is the more surprising pick in the second round. Um, yeah, over Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson picked. This is quite late already in from past drafts that we've done.
Yeah, that's 32. So that's really late. But Dyson at 29, I can see it. That's Joey Villar. If you say it's Joey Villar, I can see what he's forming, I guess, with Giannis, no? Getting those elite steals, stocks. So it's okay. It's early a little, but uh, defensible. I mean, there's a logic behind it. The Luca Giddy, that's my favorite pairing. Luca Giddy is my favorite pairing. Really, so far. Amen was picked at the right spot, I think. No discount here, 20 something, 20, I think late 20s
And
already. So that's a steal. That's a steal, especially in a 16 team, because
yeah,
one thing I won't do is pick Lamelo that high. But again, I get it, Trey Young and Lamelo, so that's another perfect pairing right away. So you can see in 16 teams, it's more really building. Denny Avdiha, now that's early, 33.
I was
That
just
is
about to ask.
that's
Abdiha.
early.
Wait, I think number two is Charles. So I think he likes Abdiha most likely. Um,
That's Charles picked Avdiha.
I think that's he is the second pick if I'm not mistaken.
That's a oh, who was the pick before Avdiha? I didn't see it.
Uh, his pick before Abdiha,
No, no. It's
Bam
it's
Bam.
Bam. Okay. Oh, that's early. Abdiha is early. I guess he's seeing Scoot's injury. Now we were gonna segue to
Yeah,
Scoot, and yeah, Abdiha is a big winner. The Scoot injury. It's a hamstring, so 4 to 8 weeks. That I would think it would be 8 weeks. 8 weeks would be close to December, so he'll miss probably the first 6 weeks, maybe, or best case of the season. So Abdiha will benefit. Drew Holiday is the biggest winner for sure. Now
yeah,
he becomes somebody you must draft. Abdiha gets a lot more, ball handling, creating, a lot more things to do. So yeah, maybe I know what Charles would be thinking. It's not coming back to him, as we said.
yeah,
It's not coming back to him. So yeah, it's probably gonna be 60s already. It is. He likes him. If you like him, if it's your build, then go. What was his options anyway? Then there, I
yeah.
will
There's
certainly.
not much. I mean,
Exactly. That's the thing at this range. At this, what pick is that? 30 something. Lots of question marks. Lots of question
yeah.
marks.
He picked him 34, I think.
Yeah, lots of question marks in that range.
I
When
mean,
we
right
were
now
doing
I just couldn't decide who to pick at this point.
when we're doing our my draft, when we were doing our episode, I was really having problems at this stage. At this at this spot. Because as you can see, Josh Hart also has an injury. If you watch read the update, he has a finger thing, but he's gonna play through it. But as we said, new coach, new system, a deeper team. So down on Josh Hart, definitely very down on Josh Hart. He's there. He's 44. Embiid is a question mark. Markkanen is a question mark. Kawhi, Zion, JJJ is just had a bad update. Kristaps,
Yeah,
you can never be confident with Kristaps. So Jimmy Butler. So who are you gonna pick? So it's really hard, at this spot. And then Zubac is an all experts list as an bust, a bust.
because
So
what ADP at 35 is just a little too high.
it's
Not
really
even
high.
little. It's really high.
It's really high. I did pick him in one of our leagues at 48. I still felt it was high. After I picked him, I felt like it's still wrong. I think he should be more in the 60 range. No, so I made a mistake there. It's an early draft, so that was a big mistake for me. But yeah, he's safe. He's safe, but yeah, very high. Miles Turner, there you go.
All right, but the big news here, Tracy Nicomedes, he's the manager who has said that every time he picks Zion, he wins a league.
And he picks
Has
him
picked
now.
Zion again at what pick is this? 41.
And after Lamelo, he did something that I had didn't have the balls to do, which is pick Zion after picking Lamelo. If you remember our episode the last time, I had
Yeah,
Lamelo and I had Zion. I had a chance to get Zion, but I did not do it. And Charles was saying that he would have done it if it was him. So yeah, looking back, maybe I should have done that. So good for Tracy, and I guess Tracy's playing with house money right now. Back to back champion. It's nothing to prove, so he's going for it. He's just going for the ballsy move. So I like that. I like that
I
from
am
TJ.
thinking if uh, I'm looking at Desmond Bain as my next pick. and then I'm thinking if I should take a reach on Tyler Hero next, uh, because the next one would be pick 78, which is now Bane gets picked.
Tyler would be a little high right now because of the injury. Again, I don't know if we talked about him the last episode.
I know, but
But
would you be able to get him after that? Uh,
yes, yes. So, well, Jimmy. Well, I guess not Jimmy. You don't
you
have
want
much
to make
choices.
Jimmy?
I like Brandon Miller, but again, it's up to you who you. I would just say the players I think I like. Brandon Miller has upside, so he's okay. Right now your assists are okay, so maybe 3 pointers, so maybe Brandon Miller fits that. Outside of that, man, it's tough. I don't have
I
anybody
know,
yet.
right? I
Yeah.
mean,
I'm not on Jimmy, not much on Jimmy. So
and then the next problem would be, if I don't pick a center, the center problem. It might be tough to pick another a center later.
yeah, yeah. We can
But
go.
having said that, there's really not much center
Actually,
available.
Chris Tapps is also good. So, but I don't
All right,
know.
let's go for Brandon Miller.
Yeah, you can.
We don't have Brandon
Sure.
Miller yet in any
I
league.
think Chris Tapps fits your build. You know, uh, he's actually. I mean, it's a gamble. Cooper Flag also
I
is
always
okay,
feel Cooper Flag is so early for.
but right now it's gonna be 52, right?
Yeah,
Because it's gonna be your
isn't
fourth
that
round.
too
So
early?
I don't think it's that early already. I mean, although yes, in a way, there's not much upside. I don't think it's gonna be a top 40 or top 30 guy. Whenever you pick, sometimes you want to pick somebody that there's still like 10 spots of upside. Like if you pick him at 50, he could go
Yeah,
to
but I'm not
40.
even sure he's gonna be top 50.
That's his best case, I think. Early on without Kyrie, I think um, he should be fine. They're deep, but they'll give him the chances. With Cooper, we don't know his fantasy profile exactly yet, but he's a guy who really gets stocks. So at least there's that. You know, his floor is quite high. But right now, looking at your choices, yeah, if you don't get a center
Not
here,
much.
if I
If I
mean,
don't get a center here, it would be tough to get a good one.
Austin Reeves, I like. Austin Reeves, I like. I would say Tyler Hero, I like. Reeves Hero, I like. If you want a big man, Kristaps, I'm not that in love, but he fits your team, so he's okay.
No, Kristaps just got picked.
Okay, so then you don't have to worry about Kristaps. Outside of that,
Actually,
Duren,
there are some.
big.
Okay, so I might I'm going Reeves or Hero here. I think.
I would go Reeves. I would go Reeves personally because I'm high on Reeves, but at least he's not hurt. I mean, whether we think Hero will be back according to his timeline, it's still a foot surgery. So it's still something to consider. Again, in a 16 team, manage the the gambles, I guess. So I don't know. Let's see.
All right,
The
Embiid
Embiid
gets picked.
and then
So
Kawhi.
a
Okay.
string of risky players here: Porzingis, Embiid, and then Kawhi.
I,
Um,
I I would say I would understand. As I said, you manage your risk, but also there's another side of it. If you're 16th pick, how will you win? You have to think you're gonna try to win the champ. You're trying to win it all. You're not trying to just make it to the playoffs or anything. So how would you beat somebody who has Jokic, who has Wemby? The only way is to get players like Kawhi and Embiid, and if they're legit for if they pan out, if they play 70 games or 65 games or whatever. So I get his thinking. I get why he did what he did, picking those players. You just have to do it. That's the only way you can win. So yeah. For you,
uh,
I guess. I mean, if how you can that's my point with getting Steph. How would you win versus the other players if Steph plays 70 games, which he did? I mean, close to. last year, something to that. He's still a top 10 fantasy player, and you got him at 14. So I like what you did there. I like
I
reading.
I
I
did
like
a
creating.
draft the other day. I was picked 13th, and I was also contemplating about Curry, but decided to go with KD and Donovan as my top two.
I'm
Uh,
still all on Team Steph. I like Steph. I the perfect combo would be Trey Young and Steph. If you can start any draft
yeah,
with
but
that,
that's
that
gonna
is
be hard.
possible. That is possible. It
Actually, that
almost
is.
it it
A
almost
lot of
happened.
managers are really down on Steph this year.
Yeah, it almost happened in our league. I got Trey and Steph almost fell to me. Just two picks before me, Steph got picked. So it's possible. Now looking at your next picks, you got to get a center at this point.
I know.
So
I don't want Aiton.
I like Aiton actually this year. I know a lot of managers, a lot of experts like Mark Williams, Jakob Potel. Those are the trendy names, no, in Josh Lloyd and the best breezes and the other experts. I like Mark. I picked him the last draft, but I think people are sleeping on some other guys like DeAndre Ayton. For me, I like
Yeah, I
Ayton.
think he performed badly last year.
Even
So I think right now, not
yes,
everyone's gonna be high on him.
but I'm high on him. I mean, there's a Luca effect there. There's also Rudy Gobert who's being slept on. I mean, I don't see much difference between Rudy Gobert and Mark Williams, to be honest. And I think Gobert is much, much, much safer pick. And it's just
Yeah.
because maybe he is, well, free throws, yeah, he takes much more free throws. But again, depends on your build, no? So, but he's still being picked so low. Sometimes 70, 65, 68. That's too low. Too low for Rudy Gobert. So right now, well, there's Cooper. Kobe White. I also like Kobe White. DeRozan, no. Not much. Sorry.
Actually, I think this is probably one of the higher picks for DeRozan in the past few drafts that we've had.
Yeah, this is like 53,
52.
52, 53.
Yeah.
So that's high. That's high. I got a question whether it's OG or DeRozan. I would say it's OG. He's another player who I think has value, in where he's ranked or being drafted.
Yeah.
Jimmy is okay, yes.
Jimmy's never okay. What's this? 54? I think that's like
54.
that.
Ah,
55.
lots of question mark with Golden State. Talking about Golden State, there's lots of question mark still with Golden State. But Jimmy just came into Golden State, was just traded. This is his first full season, so I think he's still his best behavior. I think he's still gonna, do his everything he can to try to make this work. One more season, one last chance with Trey and Steph and everybody. They're just really waiting on that Kuminga deal or no deal to go down. And I don't
The last I
that
heard was Kuminga might get traded, and I think
Malik Monk,
Sacramento was the yeah.
yeah. But whether he gets traded to Sacramento for Malik Monk or he stays I don't think it affects Jimmy Butler. He, I think at this range is okay. Jimmy Butler is okay. Jalen Green though is a little high. Is a little high. We already had a media day with Phoenix, so we had some updates. They're committing to the Jalen Green, Devin Booker experiment, I guess. Not saying who will be handling the ball.
Starting. Both
Yeah,
both
but
players starting.
so looking at the board right now, I guess Hero will really fall. There are players here I like, as I already said, Gobert. I like Emmanuel quickly. I like him. Last year again, he was also somebody who had a bad season. So I think quickly
Yeah.
will again be not valued as high, but I like him for a bounce back. I think Toronto will be better than people expect. in the East, with Brandon Ingram, with healthier quickly, with Jakob Potel. I think this season they won't be top five, top four, but I think they will be there in the play in, firmly in the play in, and maybe knocking in the playoff door. I feel that Toronto has that uh, upside. No? There, the OG. Um, Hartenstein is fine. I like him. Maturin is okay, but I find him high. If Maturin was there at the 100s, I would take him in a heartbeat because it's hard to find scoring later on. But at
Yeah,
80s,
I think there's always a dilemma with the Indiana team who steps up.
yeah,
Um, for me, I think it's just Nemhard. I think that's a guy that I've been eyeing on, especially if he gets to the 80s. Last year, it was Austin Reeves for me. This year, I think it's going to be Nemhard. If you
I'm
get him in the
I'm
80s, I think that's solid value.
I think you like. I know you like Nemhard. I don't like him as much. I don't know. I don't know. I
I
don't
like
know.
where he is being drafted. I mean,
Actually,
I'm not going to draft him at 60, 50, but yeah, it's 80, 80 plus. I think that's okay
I
for me.
I I I don't like him there. That's what I like Nemhard, but yeah, you feel like there's value there. I get it because he's a starting point guard. They announced it already. He's a starting point guard, and he had a great playoff as we saw. He stepped up. Maybe it's me not yet believing that he will do it for one whole season because in the
Yeah.
regular season last year, even when Hadi was injured, he wasn't really much, but wasn't doing as much as we expected him to do. No, but he did
He
it in the
didn't
playoffs.
do the playoff
Yeah,
thing
he
that he
did it.
did.
He did it in the playoffs. So maybe it's a little not enough sample size for me. That's why I'm a little iffy picking him that high. But maybe I'm wrong. So I don't know. I don't know about that. So let's see. Let's see.
Let's see. All right. So
If he's in the 90s, I would pick him.
yeah, yeah. But he
Uh
doesn't fall there. I think he gets drafted
yeah,
at the 70s
yeah.
or
But
early
looking at
80s.
another team, Orlando, just remembering the Desmond Bain pick, no, Jalen Suggs also is another player was being talked about because he did not have a pretty good update because he was
Mhm.
saying that he's pretty much improving, but he would not commit to playing. So he's another player that might not be ready for the start of the season. Might not. No? So that's another thing to consider when you're drafting Desmond Bain, Franz Wagner. These guys might get an added boost. Of course, Tyus Jones is his backup, so another streamer to consider late in the draft. No?
So this round, there's a string of centers that were picked,
As expected,
or at
yes.
least the center eligible players: Randall, Duren, Jared Allen, Kessler, and then Sar also got picked here,
Among
and
the among these centers, I like Duren the most. Again, as I said, I like Gobert over Kessler, but I get Walker Kessler is really a good fantasy player. It's just still don't trust Utah. Maybe he gets traded. No, then
Kessler's just a younger Gobert and
but
a less
with upside,
consistent one as well.
with upside, still with upside. Gobert's blocks is something that's been missing, the past few years. Uh, so Kessler's moving up. Kessler's on the way up, I
Yeah.
guess. No, so I like Kessler, but I'm just not sure what Utah is going to do again this year. I know they're gonna tank. It's just that last year they had to really make those injuries, quote unquote, to Kessler, to Laurie. They had to rest those guys, Clarkson, because if they played, they would not be that bad. But this year, even if those guys play, I think they really be very bad. Anyways,
Speaking
so
of Laurie, Laurie's still there.
Laurie's still there, because people again that is you don't know what you'll get with Laurie. Will he play? Even 65 games. You don't know what Utah's gonna do. So that's really really another tough thing in this draft. There Gobert goes. So Where are we right now? We're at
We're at 68. 68.
great value. Great value for Gobert.
But at this
Aiton.
point, I think Laurie has great value. 68.
Yeah, Laurie is actually solid. If he falls to you, I think it's something
Yeah.
someone to consider. Laurie, if he falls to you, will be what 78.
Yeah,
Okay,
70.
that's okay already. You take the risk. There are lots of okay players here. Darius Garland. I know again another player who's injured. Garland, Hero are two players here who are injured. Paul George, who are injured now, who's in this spot available. Garland would not have been available if he's not injured. He would be a top 50 player for his
How
assists.
long will he be out?
That's a question mark. For sure he's not going to be ready. But we don't know. We don't have li- fixed updates yet as to when he will really be back. No, but again if he's at 78, if this was a 14 team at 78, you take him. No, you take Garland and then just wait. It's not gonna be long. I wouldn't think it's 2 months. No, it's probably just the first part of the season. So if you can ride through that first part, then it's really gonna give you solid value. Then you like Nemhard there. I like Peyton Pritchard more than Nemhard. I guess that's it. I always go with Peyton over Nemhard when it's in this position. So I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's just my opinion. So there, Hero
All
was
right.
picked. So
So Hero was picked. Um, so Garland's still there,
yeah, you
but
have
I'm
some
looking at
upside
Markkanen
picks.
if
Yeah, you
if
have some upside picks
he's
there.
going to be available there.
Uh Update with Brooklyn while Jeremy's thinking about his pick. I saw Cam Thomas. The Igor Demin. I don't know how to pronounce this. Their Lori got picked. Igor, I think they're gonna start Igor, but he has plantar issues. He's been hurt the whole summer, he said. So that's not good news. I'm just saying that because I don't think they're gonna start Cam Thomas at point guard. Because based on the interview with Jordi Fernandez, he said we have 3 point guards and 3 rookies. So he's saying that he's really gonna start one of those rookies. So, you know, just something to consider when thinking of Cam Thomas. Because Cam Thomas took the qualifying offer. They're not gonna have him next season. He's gonna be gone. He's gonna sign with another team. So there's no incentive for Brooklyn to highlight him.
Uh, I will run out of center. So
Klingon and Potel are good. Those two are good. Good centers. You still have those two. Powell, that's another player, Norman Powell, who at the beginning was not being hyped as much because of the new team, but Hero's injury making him rise, and for good reasons. He will be very, very good early in the season, taking over Hero's spot. So yeah, you'll lose your
unfortunately,
center.
I will lose center, but there's a bunch of guards here that's gonna be really good. I mean Garland, I might get Garland here if he's gonna fall to me.
For centers, are you maybe you're committing to punting blocks already? No. It's
Yeah,
just too
yeah,
late already. I
yep,
think it's
yep.
just too late. So
I'm looking at John Collins at 83. A
Total
little
is a
too
good
high.
value also. Total is very good value. Even if you're punting blocks, Total has one of the better steals rate for bigs. He's a good assist guy for a center.
But
So
will Toronto really
I
compete
don't know.
this
It's
year?
just it's just
Last
my
year it was so annoying.
yeah.
Another
But
problem
last
I had
year
with Poto
last
last
year
year.
they were injured, mostly injured. And they have Brandon Ingram who should be healthy to start the season. So I'm just basing it that they should compete. They won't tank for sure, but uh, yeah.
I have so many guards, but I can't pass up on Garland at 78.
Yeah, it's up to you. You, I can't help you there. Nemhard is there, so you like him also. So
Well, not as much as Garden at 78.
uh, yeah.
Let's see, let's see. And then I'm gonna
Uh,
have
wh-
some positional problems here.
I like Garland at 70 something, but maybe just my opinion. No, I don't want to influence your picks. That's why I didn't want to say anything. That's a good value. No, Garland is good value. I'm just thinking that, as you said, the positions,
The positional,
the
I'm worried
positional.
about that, but let's
Yeah,
see.
that's why maybe I would have gone with a big, whether it's Ware, Collins, as you said, or Potel, or even
No,
Klingan.
I'm gonna go
Although,
Collins here so that at least I'm gonna have a power forward and center eligible
yeah,
player.
I would have gone with somebody you really like at the big, because even if Garland gets picked after, I really like the other guards at that spot already. Like as you said, at the 80s, if IQ, quickly is one who just got picked. I like Nemhard also,
Oh
and
wait,
then
Hongwu's still here. So
Okongwu is still there. So I would think there's still some bigs. Okongwu actually fits very
yeah,
much your build. No? Very much your build. So uh, I do like
I'll
Okongwu
probably
more
take
than
Hongwu.
Collins. Yeah, I do like Okongwu more than Collins. So again, uh, that's just my thinking.
No, no, I like Okongwu more than Collins, and Collins I've had
No, I
Collins
mean the
before.
Garland pick. The Garland
Oh
pick.
yeah,
I would have picked two bigs here if it was me, because I'm not sure who the other bigs would be left when you come back to you. But I guess hopefully when it's back to you, you would have well, I like Osar. I hope Osar gets to you. Osar, you know, at the 80s, 90s, and hundreds, I love that spot. There's just so many players I like.
there are because
There
that's where
are
the
so many.
values are. Like,
Yeah, the values are there a lot, and
so I'm gonna get Okongwu here.
I like a lot of players there. Since we're gonna go there anyways,
I
we
still
already talked
can't
about.
believe Khalil where is you know in this spot like ranked this high.
It's the same with SAR. A lot of players, a lot of managers are high on SAR. I'm not. A lot of
Yeah,
some
but
managers.
Sar is somehow a what top pick. So
I
many
don't see
managers are
anyone
gonna
different,
expect him to play more.
and I don't know if that's good or bad. Given, well, I guess if you're punting field goals, then it's okay. But I just uh don't see him that high. If he's in the spot of Khalil Ware right now, which is where Ware is,
85, he
pick.
gets picked there. 85.
Yeah, I'll be fine with SAR. I'll be fine with SAR there. But at the 60s, sometimes even late 50s, it's too unproven. No, yeah, he's gonna improve, but it's still just his second year. It doesn't mean he's gonna be an all star right away or anything. So I find SAR high. Khalil Ware also, but I think he has a solid role. They only have Bam,
Mhm.
so he has a solid role, and at the very least, he'll get rebounds and blocks for you. So he's okay. He's okay. The floor is okay for Khalil Ware. And again, Potel went after. I know Okongwu fits you, but I think Potel also fit you. And I really like Potel a lot. So that maybe I would have.
I don't like him because I had
I
him
know,
in a lot of leagues last year and just annoying.
but he's value here. He's value here. So it's a preference thing. But for me, I really like Potel here at this spot. And then looking at your next picks, I doubt Collins, Klingan, those guys are high guys. No,
110, all right.
I think those three. There's a three player mix that you just passed a while ago, which is the Osar, Braun Osar, and Tumani Kamara trio. There, those three, and then Matas Buzelis. Okay, we can put it at four. The foursome. Those four are for your. I mean, at the range 100, past 100. Any of those
Yeah.
four, I'll be happy. Any of those four, I'll be very happy. And then you have Santi Aldama, of course, as we just talked about a while ago. Brandon Podziemski is another player I like. So these guys are players that have high upside.
All right, let's see. Let's see. It's gonna take some time. Or
Okay,
Osar gets picked.
oh, sorry, gets
Miles
picked.
Bridges, Paul George were the last three picks. Uh, so in a 16 team, you said you're most likely gonna punt, quite heavily for a
Yeah,
16 team.
yeah, very very heavily. You know,
Because 16 teams have always been a problem for me, especially when I'm like last pick. Last year, I think I was picked 16 or 15, which was really tough.
in 16 teams, yeah, you punt heavily, but also you have to remember that not everybody doesn't have much depth. So, um, your last few players, your last few players will not produce as much. No, so you can take swings later on. You know,
Yeah.
and even if you punt, also you look at it week by week. Sometimes even if you're punting at a category, you might still win it because in a 16 team league, the other team might not have depth also in that category. So not necessarily if you punt, you don't look at it on a week to week basis, in a matchup basis. Sometimes there are multiple teams punting the same category.
Buzelis gets picked
Yeah,
already.
again, that
John Collins, Reed, and Cam Thomas, players we talked about just a while ago. So we're halfway there. Halfway there.
Podziemski, as I said, another player I like. Kamara. Well, yes, this is a Champions League, right? So
Yeah, this Champions League.
you can't really. It's hard. It's hard to find players that would fall. Good players, sleeper type players like these guys, they will not fall that much. You really have to now look for even sleepier than sleepers, and try
RJ
to
Barrett. There was a question in our league. Why does no one want RJ Barrett? I picked him 97 in the other draft that I did
too
a
high.
couple of days ago.
Too high. Again, looking at it, he had a good season last year. Relatively ready for him. If you look at the stats, he really doesn't give you steals, doesn't give you blocks. His free throws are not that good. 3 points are decent, but won't really help for a shooting guard. He doesn't. He's maybe 1 point something. So, and then he had a good field goal year last year, but he's in his career, he's not really that high. Also, then you look at the situation where Brandon Ingram's coming in. I quickly should be healthy. They have another year of grading. They
But
cannot
he's
say
gonna start, right?
he's gonna start. Yeah, he's still gonna score 20s. I would be surprised if he doesn't. He's still a great player. He's in his hometown, but there are rumors that he might get traded. Toronto's actually shopping him, so we're not
Which
even
could be
sure.
good for him.
I
Well,
don't think
depends
so.
on where he goes.
I don't think so. Actually, I think Toronto would be a better situation for him. Wherever he goes, I don't see. I don't see him going to a place where that team will think of him as, hey, he's our star. He's an all star. We're gonna put give him usage and everything. I don't see a team that's gonna do that. So I think in Toronto, at least the role is there. I mean, they have a lot of good players, but not really very good players. So in that situation, I think he can still produce. But 90s, again, I just have so much more players that I like at that spot. So I'm not Herbert Jones. I just saw you.
All
He's a
pass.
player I like. Dante DiVincenzo, Tari Eason, Drew Holiday. So these are maybe the guys that you will consider instead of the sexier picks, because they'll probably be picked already when it's your turn. I think it's round 7, so it should be 108.
Yeah,
At that time,
108. Yeah.
yeah, when you pick. So yeah, really
Vassell
depends
is
on.
another player who's been, I guess, Last year, he was a lot of managers were high on him. Didn't perform as well. This year has been falling. ADP is 99 at this point. What's your
I,
thought on Vassell?
I picked Vassell in our league. I picked him, and I've never really looked at him as a must pick, or not really that high. But just what you said, he's been falling. So I just felt that if you need his stats and the value is good, go. Why
But
not?
definitely the expectation is lower compared to,
Yeah, that's true. But people are saying there's Stephon Castle, there's Dylan Harper. I think Vassell is gonna play more of the small forward role. I don't think they can play Castle, Fox, and Harper
yeah.
together. That's gonna be too small. So I think Vassell will still have a role. I think he's still ahead of Keldon Johnson at least. Harrison Barnes will be a power forward. Maybe a trade will happen, but we can't predict that. So, at this point, given what their team is, how their team is set up, I think Vassell has good chance of outproducing his spot. So there's some, and there Dante, Reed Shepard, because of the Fred Van Vliet injury. Reed, people are asking how high will you pick Reed? I
Is
said
he gonna start?
I think so. Yes, I think they already
So
said
he's
that
gonna start
he's
with
gonna start with Amen,
Amen,
KD,
KD.
Jabari, and Alperen, and they would probably have DFS and Tari
I
Eason off
think
the bench.
Jabari is not a sure starter. I mean,
I think they already announced that Jabari will also start. That's they will have two bigs, like Steven Adams or whatever, but they will not start the two bigs. They would play them in the game, but not the starters. So Reed is okay. Tari over Reed is something, but at least Tari is proven. No? Tari Eason is proven. I think he also gets a boost with Fred Van Vliet out. For sure, even if Reed Shepard starts, Amen will get some point guard duties, minutes. So, that- you know, um, that means that opens up some small forward wing minutes for Tari Eason and for Dorian Finney-Smith and the others.
um,
I don't know if we're at the 100 plus already, but
we're
Draymond
already
Green.
at 205.
Yeah, Draymond Green
I'm
is
actually thinking about Draymond here.
Draymond is another player who is good value where he's being picked, which is past the 100. Zach Ed is another player. The only thing with Ed is injured. He's injured, but outside the 100s, Ed is a good value for your team. Actually, Keegan Murray looks good. I'm not. I was never a big fan of Keegan Murray, but I think again he's being too undervalued. Last year he was being picked at the 70s, 80s. Now he's being picked 100, sometimes 110, 115. That I think that's too low for Keegan. For what he can do, no, in
Tobias
fantasy.
is still starting, right?
Yes, Tobias is another player. The one of those unsexy picks, but just you know what you're getting. I like Tobias also. If they're not much, I like Tobias over RJ Barrett for sure. I don't think your points is a problem. So I think I'd rather have Tobias than Barrett. At
Yeah.
least he's gonna help you with the percentages and then rebounding, unless you're also punting that. Draymond is good. I like that spot, no? The Dante, Reed, Santi, Draymond, Edie, Schroeder. I like these guys. Jaden Ivey.
Draymond got
All of
picked.
these guys. All of these guys I'm okay with. Tobias, even Nick Claxton. I already said, in the Brooklyn post that I did, that Claxton is another player who, like Schroeder, he's like the center version of Schroeder for me. He's a starting center
Yeah,
with
because
not much
but
competition.
he disappointed a lot of managers last year.
Again, yeah, last season is last season, and he
This
did admit that he was not healthy at all last season. And really, as in he was just not healthy. And yes, not sure that he'll be healthy also this season, but at least he's starting it healthy. And yeah, I mean the free throws suck, but I don't see any difference between him and Kalel Ware. Not much. And
See,
Kalel Ware
yeah,
is being
me too.
pick
That's
30
why I
spot.
can't understand why Khalil is being picked early.
I guess sexier pick, new guy,
Yeah,
So
managers are thinking the ceiling might be higher.
yeah. Well,
Uh,
you need rebounding for sure. If you're punting blocks, you do need rebounds. So you have to consider, unless you just go total punt that also, double punt.
mm,
Uh,
I go Claxton and then Keegan. That also works, right?
that
So let's do,
works.
yeah.
Although your free throws, you have to watch out for. But
No,
I
but
guess just get
he
your
won't be
rebound
as bad as Gobert, I think, in terms of attempts.
because of the volume. Yeah, the volume might not be that high. Aside from Claxton, Raymond could have been also a good. I
Draymond
was
was picked. I was eyeing
Raymond,
Draymond, but he was
Raymond.
picked.
Raymond would have been really good for you. I think Raymond would have been perfect. There the others. Well, Santi.
Tobias or Keegan?
I like Tobias more than Keegan. I've always been a Tobias guy.
I know,
Ever
but
since.
he's older.
Yeah, if you want upside, go with Keegan. But they would probably give you almost similar, similar stats. Santi's another guy maybe you can consider also. Uh, with some 3 pointers, you're also gonna give the percentage might be a little worse, but he can give more rebounds and points, especially in the early part of the season. So somebody to also watch out for.
Yeah, go Keegan.
Yeah, Keegan's fine. D'Lo is fine, but if you pick
Dilo got
D'Lo,
picked.
you have to pick Kyrie. Just have to do it. If you pick Embiid, also one way of hedging your bets is picking Adam Bona.
Yeah.
That helps. No, so that's one way of you know dealing with certain risks. No, especially with a clear cut backup like Embiid and Bona, D'Lo and Kyrie. With Paul George, not much. We can't pinpoint one guy really. So no, Kawhi also we can't say. You have a guy that will be
With Paul
benefit.
George, maybe the rookie.
VJ Edgecombe, yeah,
Yeah.
but I think Paul George he said he's gonna start at power forward. So uh, maybe
That means he's
Edgecombe.
probably gonna be injured earlier.
I think Edgecombe though is popular because Jared McCain,
Jared McCain is
yeah,
injured
is
again.
injured again, yeah. So Edgecombe is another player to consider. I think he'll get a role right away. I would say they might start Maxi. Hopefully Quentin Grimes. No, I think it's still Grimes. Hopefully he gets signed. Another restricted guy that we still don't know what will happen. But I hope he gets signed. I hope he gets signed already, so we can, you know, we can move on and have more clarity. Dante there, I like Dante, as I said. Um, I just feel he's gonna
Yeah, but
get
he's
more.
always a diesel type of player, like I said in the past last episode.
Yeah,
He
but
starts really slow. All right, great. So Keegan,
so any
yeah,
more
it
thing
worked
to
perfectly well
now
because
your next pick would be the eighth round. That would be
no, this
what?
is the eighth round.
The ninth round. So the ninth round would be 144, 140. So then that's gonna get there. Dante gets picked. McConnell gets picked. Actually, another player I'm eyeing was TJ. People will pick Nemhard. I let them overpick Nemhard, and I just go with TJ McConnell. I just, you know, always,
I just
always
feel like what's surprising here is Drew hasn't been picked. Uh,
there. Drew, yeah, yeah,
Considering
Drew.
that I don't think he's gonna reach me, but yeah, let's put him there. Um,
There's BJ. I think just put him in your queue, just so you don't forget.
Wait,
The
let's see if
Washington
there's
boys, Keyshawn George, Cam Whitmore. Whitmore gives you scoring.
Adama
Chris
still there.
Middleton, Santi Aldama. Zach Edey, Schroeder, Ivy. Well, those guys won't reach you anyways. But just saying. I mean, the Washington boys might be the players that will come back to you later on. Uh, I have a lot of Keyshawn George. I should stop already.
Herb.
I think I'm over Herbert Jones. Yeah, that's a good pick. Aaron Smith, I like also. There, Chris Middleton. No, again, the Washington guys. Because, I mean,
Because in Washington, there's uncertainty already. Who plays, who doesn't play, who plays Koulibaly.
Bilal Coulibaly is dropping because of the injury, but I don't think he's gonna miss.
That much
Uh,
time.
yeah, I think he's just gonna miss a week. So yeah, a little. There's Whitmore. You just put him in your queue at least. Whitmore, just to remember those guys.
Wait, let's
Who
rank this
else? Who
one.
else? This is basically late round flyers already. Bona,
Yeah. Oh,
Keta,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Bona. I forgot about Bona.
Bona. You know,
Where's Bona, though?
you just have to type the name. I think it's too low. It's 210. So Bona, Keta,
Yeah.
J Huff. Yeah, if this is 16 team, Quentin Grimes also you can just, yeah, Keta and Isaiah Jackson. I think they announced Jackson as a starter, but well, J Huff
He
is
might
still,
not last long, though, as a start.
yeah, but I mean
I think
still
it's going
something.
to be a committee.
Yeah, but Huff is
Or
actually
maybe just him and Huff. Because I don't think
Bradley and
Bradley would play a lot.
Tony Bradley and James Wiseman are not yet sure. They signed Dylan Wright. They let go of Monte Morris and signed Dylan Wright, and they have to drop another player. So that those are still question mark. Herbert Jones, very good pick there. Kyrie
Yeah,
at the
Drew got picked already. Kyrie got picked.
expected. I would have picked Drew over TJ. Just
Yeah, I
saying,
know. I mean,
and even
I'm
Dante.
surprised he fell here.
Yeah, I would have picked him over RJ and Clay. Also, uh
Picked him over D'Lo.
yeah, pick him over D'Lo, especially with how Kyrie. I mean, yes, you can
I
get
mean, him over Suggs maybe.
him over Suggs for sure. Him over Keontae also.
Yeah.
I would probably go him over KPJ. CJ and him maybe are close for me. CJ is another guy overlooked. Yeah, he's old. Washington is not going anywhere, but I don't think they're just not gonna play him. I mean, they still need somebody to
Yeah.
score to be the leader. So I think CJ is another player who's severely undervalued. So aside from that, no, I'll pick Drew over most of the guards pick. KPJ, Keontae, Suggs, maybe
Who
even
will
Will.
be the worst? Who will be the team we're in? Is it going to be Utah, Washington? I mean, a team where you don't really like to own players of, or you don't want to have too much of the players from that team.
In fantasy,
Yeah.
I would
Like
say
some managers would stay away from players from Utah, and I
no, no.
think Washington would probably be one of those teams, right?
It depends. No, it depends because in Utah you have higher picks like Kessler and Laurie, which is too. It's just much too high of a draft capital to risk.
Yeah,
With Washington, it's basically late round guys. Like McCollum is what usually in 12 teams is probably 10th,
yeah,
ninth round, 8th round. In 14 teams probably around that area also. So not you can it's okay to get him. Chris Middleton is usually a last pick, sometimes not even picked in 12-team leagues. So he's basically free, and I think he's still got something to give. I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
for
he's
sure. I mean, it's surprising that in a 14 team, if he doesn't get picked there, that's very surprising already.
yeah, he's a washed up guy, but I mean, the guy is a third
No,
rounder
he's not
before.
really a washed up guy, but
Well, I mean,
he's he can be bunched up there with the injury prone
he's
players.
he's
But
washed up. Come
once, but if he can
on,
play, if he plays, he can still perform.
but not even close to even. Not we're not talking about his peak. But we're
No,
talking about
obviously not his peak, but not to the point
even
wherein he shouldn't
even
be
after his
drafted,
even after his peak. I don't think he's there anymore. And especially I don't trust his.
not top 100 for sure,
Yeah, but if he's
right?
free, if he's
But
free, yeah,
120, 130,
certainly. So I think to answer the question, I guess Utah. You don't want to. It's more of you don't want to get, let's say, Laurie, and then you have Walker Kessler. You don't want to do that. And then Laurie and let's say Keontae, you don't want to do that. And then I also don't want the other young guys that they have, like Isaiah Collier is okay, but lots of problems with this game. And then Keontae, also similar, lots of question marks with this game. I just like the
I'm actually
Washington boys.
surprised that Keontae might not start.
There is a possibility that Keontae might not start. They might start
I
Bryce
think
Sensabaugh.
there's, or they're gonna start Collier.
Collier will start. I think it's the question is Collier and Keontae will it be the backcourt, or will they put like will they go big and then go Walker Kessler, Markin at a small forward, and then there's Kyle Filipowski, who's a
Yeah.
summer league darling and who's really
Wait,
good.
let's add that to our
Yeah,
queue.
Filipowski is good. It's just that why people are not picking him is because you don't know what
The
what
role,
role
yeah.
he will have. Because there's lots of players. If he's gonna play center, he's gonna back up Walker Kessler, and he's also gonna back up. There's another I forget who was another player there in Utah, another center. They have a lot of players at the bigs. But if they play big, like three bigs at Markin and at small forward, then that opens up some minutes for him. No, then there's Ace Bailey. Where will they play Ace Bailey? Will they play him
There's
small
the
forward?
there's their shooting guard, right? Bryce.
Bryce Sensabaugh. That guy can play. I mean, he can shoot. So lots of let's more with Utah, the fantasy games of those players are not that good to begin with, and then there's lots of question marks. So it's Utah. With Washington, I think let's say Alex Sarr. And Washington's gonna tank, but
The
Alex Sarr,
ceiling might be higher
yes,
with the
definitely.
Washington players.
Keyshawn George with his stocks and threes. If he really takes a step forward this season, Keyshawn George would be a very, very good fantasy player. Same with Bilal, because Bilal has, again, the stocks also. Bilal, Keyshawn, Cam Whitmore has that. Who can he put it all together and be a 20-point scorer? Because he has shown that in certain games with Houston. No, now, I mean, yeah, he got picked there. I saw his name. But yeah, Cam Whitmore is another guy who's exciting. No, so Washington, they're exciting names. Even their starting point guard, Bob Carrington,
Yeah.
who I think picked Bob Carrington in a 16-team league, if I'm not mistaken, as a
Scoot
late.
got picked 128.
That's good. I don't know if that's good. Depends, depends on
I
the
don't
age.
think it's good because he's out 8 weeks and
Well, there's still a month before the season starts, so
true,
hopefully
but
it's
he's
four
not even gonna
weeks.
start, right? Yes.
Well, he was
Or we
the
don't know. He might
we
start
didn't
at
know.
2.
We didn't know if he was gonna start over Drew or they will start together or Drew will start over him. So we really didn't know. Now we won't know until
He
when
comes
he
back.
comes back. When he comes back, I don't think he will start also right away. They will still probably ease him a bit. So he'll not gonna be starting at least for in 2025. He's not gonna be starting. Maybe if ever he starts, it's gonna be later in the season already. So yeah, 128 might be, yeah, a little high, a little high. It
Schroeder's
could,
still there.
I
I mean,
also tweeted that I like Schroeder this year. I know people don't like him, and I just find myself picking him. I picked him in the last draft because
you know
he's gonna
why
start
people might not like him because last year he started right early.
very well. But
Yeah, very well, but the ending wasn't good.
yes, and as I was saying, late in the draft, most of the players you pick here will be dropped anyway. But if you can get
Yeah,
a good month, 5 weeks, 6 weeks of him, and it's always like that with Schroeder. He starts very well, like he
he is. He does.
scores. Yeah, he'll be like he'll look so
He's
good, and then
the
he Pates.
He's the reverse Dante DiVincenzo.
Yeah, yeah. And I just decided to pick him, use him because at first I was not that high on him. I was thinking Malik Bonk will start. But now that I'm pretty sure that Malik will be their sixth man again, I'm more confident with Schroeder. No, and I think Sacramento wanted him. He was not, if I'm not mistaken, he was not traded there. He really signed with Sacramento. So I don't know what Sacramento was thinking, but you know they wanted him. So
Yeah.
there, Wendell Carter is a guy who also very underrated for me. Another starting center who actually fits your team because he doesn't block much, but he helps with the rebounds and other stuff. So, uh, yeah, those
Um,
guys.
yeah, but I might have. I don't like a center because
Yeah, you have.
that's not. I don't have flexible positional eligibility. So I'm thinking if I should just go Middleton or Koulibaly.
Um, well, both are values already, I think, at this point. And
Koulibaly
Middleton
is
still,
out for how long?
at least within 2 weeks of the first of the season, he's still gonna be out, I think. So
Okay, so let's go Koulibaly. And
Koulibaly gives at least some steals,
yeah,
when
some
he's back.
defense.
So this is round 9.
Round 10. Then this is round 9, going to round
We're
10.
going round 10. So
So now I have more flexibility to pick anyone.
well, there's some interesting names still available. If this is pick 142, Derek Lively again is still there. Not for you, I'm just saying
Yeah,
overall. I mean, Lively and Wendell Carter. If you're looking for a center late, even Gafford. Well, yeah, he just got picked. Uh, Even Gafford is something as a consideration. Trey Johnson, a rookie. People are asking aside from Cooper Flag, who are the other rookies to consider. We said not a lot. I would have said Dylan Harper, but the role is it's gonna be Reed Shepard this year because of the role. Trey Johnson is the guy I'm interested in. I think Trey
also
is
in
good.
Washington. So
Yeah,
there's a
also in
bunch there in
Washington.
Washington.
I like Trey, and silly season guy to monitor for sure. Remember that. Well, people will say, how about Egor Demon or maybe Ben Saraf or you know, I Demon maybe would be a guy to consider adding after you put some players in the IL. Because as the draft ends, you put some people in the IL even if they're not really injured, and then you have two more upside pick. You wait for
Why
the
is no
some.
one picking
Uh,
Mason Plumlee? He's the starter in Charlotte.
I don't think he's a starter, and he's no, but nobody
I
should
think
pick.
he is.
Nobody should pick Mason Plumlee, please. Nobody should
I
in their
I
right.
read somewhere that he is uh
No,
the
nobody in their right
who's
mind
their
should pick.
starter? Who's their starter?
Well, they have three players: Musa
No, I don't think he's gonna start though.
Diabate, Plumlee,
I
and
read
Kalk
it from
Brenner.
somewhere. I forgot where.
And Kalk Brenner. And there is no freaking way that Plumlee should be picked, even if he starts, because Charlotte is committing criminal, injustice if they even play Plumlee 30 minutes or 25 minutes or whatever minutes. They should go Diabate, and if not, Kalkbrenner. It's
I might go
simple.
Middleton here next.
Yeah, if he's available to you, then yeah, why not? PJ is also there. No, I like PJ also. Although the minutes won't be there. Yeah,
The
flag.
depth of Dallas is just, especially in that position.
That's true, but PJ was pretty good last year, and this is 150. So again,
But
something.
that was before the AD trade. he was good
He
before
was
the injury.
injured also though, so maybe somebody just to pick after, like pick up in a stream maybe, you know. So
What's wrong with
Ubre,
Middleton? Why does no one want to pick him?
because
He's
it's
washed up.
washed up and people are going for upsides, I guess. I'm not sure. But I'm shocked that, Lively and the others are still there. Bona. I mean, the Embiid guy just picked,
I
right?
mean, Ketas is still there.
Yeah, Keta
Keta.
also. But especially Bona, because the Embiid guy just picked at 150 and did not pick Bona. So, the Embiid
Who
team.
picked the Embiid? Yeah, this one, the
Embiid is
last.
here. Yeah, he
He
picked
picked
DeAndre
DeAndre.
Hunter, Collier. I mean, I
I
would have.
mean, DeAndre Hunter,
He's gonna have a
very
good
low.
start
Yeah, but
because
upside isn't well
because
as
Max
exciting.
Truss is injured, right? Max Truss is injured.
Yeah,
Garland will be out, so DeAndre Hunter is somebody to watch out. But again, if you have Embiid and you pick Bona, that would have been great.
right.
Davion
Last
Mitchell, there. Looking
got
at
picked
the
already. I think Mitchell got picked. Yeah,
yeah, there. I just looking at the names. Davion Mitchell is a good pick. Eves Missy, I don't like. Sam Hauser, I like. He's gonna start at power forward. He's actually, yeah, it's a better pick than Kepa. He's a safer pick. He has already produced. At least he has
yeah.
that sure thing. Obi Toppin don't like. Kayson is okay. Edie, whoa, that's a great pick. That's a great pick. I mean, Edie
Ninth round.
went after
This is Charles.
Charles went Edie. Oh, that's a great pick. I love that pick. I mean, that's what 140 something, 150, almost
Oh,
150, right?
one 130
How did
something.
Edie fall that low? Oh, that's
He's
surprising.
injured.
Yeah, it's 150.
130.
Is it 130?
Yeah, 130.
Was it Bilal 142? It was on the way back. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. 130. But still, 130 Zach Edie, easy. That's money for Charles. Even if he misses like 1 month, that's 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 clear win for Charles there. Kuzma I don't like. Sorry.
No one likes Kuzma. I mean,
At 131, no. Brook
he's
is
not being
okay.
drafted in the 14 teams. I think he's rarely drafted.
Rarely drafted, and no, Charles is doing well. I mean, I like the picks of Charles. Even Abdiha early on, I get
Charles
it.
likes he always drafts really well, likes the value
Yeah,
picks.
except Abdiha.
Yeah, I
Very
think he really likes Abdiha this
yeah.
year.
That is that's. I mean, I
OG
get
pick
it.
was good. I mean, what pick is this? Right?
I get why he did Abdiha. I'm just saying that whatever happens, there's no value there.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he knows that too. It's just that it could be at the best case equal value, which is possible with Scoot out. So, but it fits his team. I like his team also. He's very strong in steals. He's very strong in steals. And then his blocks, of course, with Klingon, now with
Yeah.
ED, now with Wemby. Those are
Yeah.
young centers that are good. I think probably
He's probably
punting.
punting points already
He's probably punting threes also.
and assists.
I don't think he's punting points though. But let's see. He's not gonna
He's
depends on
not hard
Wemby.
punting points, but it's gonna be hard though.
He probably will be strong in steals, turnovers,
Field
um,
goal.
field goal blocks. So yeah, he's committing to
He's
it.
punting assists actually.
Assist for sure. He's
Yeah.
punting assist for sure. Looking for maybe rebounds, field goal rebounds, block steals and
Blocks, steals.
turnovers.
Yeah.
Turnovers. So he gets five, and then if he gets lucky with maybe points or maybe threes or he gets some late picks that can help him there. Yeah, it's a good draft for him. Very good
Let's look
draft.
at the teams here. Um, the Jokic team. What can you say?
Um, it's okay. I mean,
I don't like the Scoot pick. Um,
who was his second pick? Bam?
no,
Yes,
Jokic and Ja,
Ja.
I think.
Jokic and Ja.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't like the Ja pick as well.
some people are high on Ja, and it depends on Ja. I would just say this team would depend on Ja Morant because assist wise, there it's all Jokic. Aside from Jokic, it's just Ja Morant really that has solid assists. Will Jokic be enough? I don't know. This is a 16 team. Sometimes maybe. Mm, yeah,
The
it's okay.
scoring might not be enough too.
Well, they have Maturin, so he's maybe banking on Maturin, Levine, Whitmore. So there's upside, but it's not a given, as you said. So it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
Charles,
this
we
is
said,
Charles.
yeah, solid. I get what he's doing.
Yeah.
Good plan. Yeah, good plan.
All right. Shea team.
Shea, Derek White, I think that's the one too.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah, I mean, I like the Jamal Murray pick also. I think his first three were solid, and he got good value late. All these guys, aside from the Kuzma pick, I don't like Kuzma, but the other picks, Kamara, Braun, Sar, Gobert, Neesmith. It's a very good, very solid team. Very solid team for 16 teams. It's a very solid team.
Joey's team.
Joey's team, he went with Yanis and Dyson. Trey's a good pick. Trey's hopefully stays healthy this year.
This solid. Joey likes to uh stack up on like a position. Like right now, he's stacking up on centers with Giannis, Hartenstein, Brook Lopez, Bona.
Yeah,
It's a
lots of
guard heavy.
question marks in a sense that like KPJ, like Bob Carrington, but this is a 16 team league, so you really have to gamble on some unknowns. But yeah, it's a good team also. It's a good team.
Uh, Heat Culture, Luca team.
Luka Giddy
This was
Hero.
a solid team too.
Yeah, it's a solid
The
team.
Siakam pick is
Siakam
nice.
pick is nice because it fits Luka.
Yeah,
It allowed him having Luka and Giddy, two guards who rebound well, allowed him to kind of
not
stockpile on players.
and
That
not focus a bit on centers in the middle rounds, right?
Yeah.
He only got Kessler here.
Well, Cam Thomas is, as I said, I don't like Cam Thomas, but I get why he picked him. Scoring threes, he fits Luka, so that at least his points would, because Gady doesn't score as much, no.
Yeah,
So at least Cam can help out in that regard.
but that's okay for this team. I mean, he has Hero, he has Cam Thomas, he has Siakam, who can score. All can score.
The rebounds though, even if Luka rebounds well and Giddy rebounds well, not sure that he has enough rebounds. But the blocks, I know he's punting it already. But I think field goal would be a problem also for him. So, but okay, it's a good build for around Luka. This is the
Anthony Edwards team.
Anthony Edwards. I don't like Jalen Brown this year. Fox is okay. I don't like MPJ also. Uh, I
MPJ
get
would be the star player in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, but till when? I mean, we don't. I don't trust. That he gets to play a lot. But this team again, I also get what he's doing. He'll be solid points wise. He's gonna be solid 3 pointers wise. MPJ, Anthony Edwards. Reed can shoot. McCollum can shoot. He has Sexton. He has lots of points. He has lots of threes. I think his free throws will be. That is the question mark on the free throw side, because the field goal side will definitely be not good. So the percentages are
The free throw won't
the,
be good too. I mean, that good. I
exactly.
mean, won't be elite for a team that scores.
So the field goal will be worrisome for him. The field goal, free throw, the percentages will be worrisome, but he'll be strong with 3 points. He'll be strong with points. I think steals would be fine with Fox and Anthony Edwards, and then Jalen Brown also good steals. So he has three very solid categories, and then let's see if he has enough assists, hopefully, and then steal one of the percentages. This team is Cade. He has Amen, he has Peyton, he has France. So again,
This
pretty
was solid
young,
too. I mean,
solid young team. If you look at it again, he doesn't have blocks. As I said, a lot of team doesn't have blocks. So sometimes just having one or two good blockers will be enough for you to win a week in a 16 team.
yeah.
Especially if there's a team like with Wemby and then he gets another blocker here or whatever. You even if you punt blocks,
So I'm
it's a
punting blocks, so
but you
I
can
still
win
have
it.
a chance. But I got
Yeah.
because I got Claxton and Okongwu.
So sometimes it's easy to punt blocks because it's very scarce. So you can still win it. There's weeks when you can get it. You can get by. This is the Harden pick. With Barnes again, solid. It's a solid team. A solid team. Miles Turner is a good blocker. With
Yeah, I was hoping I,
Buzelis.
I would be able to get Miles Turner, but
Buzelis is
he
actually
was picked early.
one of the strong points of Buzelis is blocks. So Buzelis, Miles Turner might be enough. Looking at
Yeah.
and then you have Scotty Barnes. Looking at the other teams, might be enough to win your blocks already, for majority of the teams. No? Then you have solid assists with Harden, but I don't think he complemented Harden
Well,
well in the assist part. No, the
yeah.
assist part. So hopefully he added one more instead of Ingram. No? This is the assist team, no? Trey and Lamelo, and then he forgot about it already. I think he feels like that's enough.
Yeah.
Maybe that will be enough. And
No,
Zion
he
can
also
pass.
got Jalen Green, who might give
Who might?
you a good
Yes.
amount of assists.
Yeah.
With Keontae, maybe.
This is actually a team if all the question marks fall into his favor. I like it. I
Mhm.
mean, I like it. I mean, Osar, Santi. He got good players. He got players
Yeah.
you know with high upside.
But
So
lots of question marks. Lamelo,
well, that's
Jalen
true.
Green, Zion, Markkanen. All those we don't know what type of player
But
will
if you
be
don't have the
performing.
top five picks, this is as good as you can get. I mean,
Yeah.
clear vision and then lots of possible hits. No, so
Yeah.
I like it. I
The
like this team.
Adama, J Huff, Lively, like you said.
Lively was a solid pick,
Yeah.
very late but solid pick. This is Tracy, so
Yeah.
makes
That's Tracy. The Zion team.
makes sense. Jin, AD player, AD Mobley is a very solid combo. Again, that enough together with JJJ that you got blocks already most of the time. And then if Suggs comes back healthy with Herbert Jones, then you got the
No,
Jimmy
this team
Butler.
will probably be number 2 or number 1 in blocks.
Yeah, yeah. Blocks and steals should be solid.
Wait, let's get the player.
Well, right now Grimes is there for you. Tyus Jones maybe. The John
John
is there.
Tay is still here.
Yeah, if you want to.
What round is this? 11th or the last two picks.
Yeah.
But I've got
If
so many injured players. I've got Garland, I've got Koulibaly.
that is true, so that is something. Yeah. Tyus, Newpel, those are some of the popular late rounders. What else? Mitch Robinson, also another player I would I would be high on late in the
Is he
draft.
still here?
Yeah, Mitch Robinson is. I saw Mitch Robinson. I just saw him when you were Mitchell Robinson down there.
Yeah.
I think that's. I mean, I like Mitch Robinson. Late this late, yeah, he's a guy. He's a guy. You can look at the ADP. You can see who else. Sometimes from the ADP you can see those
Amir
forgotten guys.
Coffee.
I mean, not those guys, but some other guys. Lower, lower, lower. Maybe some Terrence Mann, Cole Anthony,
No, I'll go with
and
Mitch
Mitch.
right
Yeah, yeah.
here.
Just looking at the last pick, who could be your last pick here? Barnes, maybe.
Werther. Is Werther starting?
No, I don't think he is. There's Ayo, there's Kobe White, there's Giddy. I don't think Herter will be in that mix.
But he started last year,
There's
right?
Keyshawn. Werther, no, because of an injury, not really as a starter. Well, you have
Uh
two Washington guys already, so I don't think you're gonna go
Keyshawn.
for it.
But yeah.
Yeah, you have Bilal, but maybe you can pick Keyshawn, and because you have Bilal, then put Bilal in your IL. Keyshawn will be
Yeah,
there.
actually.
Then just
If
pick
you
up
want.
somebody. Tyus maybe pick up
Probably
Jones.
one of
Uh,
those might be droppable early. Or
Jalen Wells,
Jaden Wells.
yeah, Jalen Wells and Musa.
I'll probably
Uh,
just go.
Keon Ellis also is a very. I mean, he's good upside. Jalen Wells is a favorite of one of our friends. I'm not. I did. He was not in my radar, but a lot of people are
What
mentioning
was
him.
his injury?
Was he injured? I don't know.
Yeah, he was
I
injured.
I, I don't know. I think he
Uh
played 70 something games. He played 79 games. I don't think he
but
was injured.
he got injured towards the end of the season, I think.
Well, that should be the very end because he played 79. So
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
think
yeah. Yeah.
it's a worry. Uh yeah, Musa or Kalkbrenner, those are guys that just maybe for
Okay, let's go. I'll probably just go with Wells.
yeah. Lonzo. I like Lonzo. I like Lonzo early. Late. I mean, as a last pick. Keon Ellis, Lonzo Ball, these are guys. I just
Okay. Lonzo is Lonzo gonna start? No, he
not
might
sure,
start
but possible because you have
early.
Garland also, so that actually fits you also. There, I guess that's
I like
another.
Lonzo. All right.
Wells or Lonzo is good. Surprisingly, I mean, for a 16 team, you still have a lot of good options as in your last
Actually,
round.
I'm surprised Wells was still there.
Yeah, Wells is
I'll go
not.
with I'll go Wells.
Wells is not somebody who is really popular usually, but yeah, he's hopefully Lonzo will not be picked. Then you just pick him
Yeah.
after the draft. Well,
I
I'm
saw the
surprised.
games played of Lonzo and then just got so scared.
Yeah, you can get him. Just use him while Garland is out. Then when Garland comes back, you can just drop him.
All right, rounding out last round. Uh, let's see
Oh,
this.
you're
Oh,
number one. Great
we
draft for
did
you.
well in the feel good standings here.
I actually was the last in my first
The first
draft.
draft.
Yeah, the last one. But I think like I really didn't do that well in that
It's
draft.
the first draft anyway. It's a practice draft for you. Not your
Uh
first draft, but first
but that
FPW.
was a Luca one. That was a Luca one. So that's supposed to be an easier one for me because I don't have any more top 5 picks. So let's see.
All
Anyway, at
right.
this point,
See how who gets picked in the last few. Miles McBride, Ty Jerome. Ty Jerome.
Ty
Do you think
Jerome, Scottie
he
Pippen.
replicates? He replicates last season.
I don't think he can if Jamoran stays healthy, but that's as we said, a big if.
But
He
is
has
it going
Scottie
to be
Pippen.
him or Scottie Pippen?
I
I
think
mean,
Pippen will play more of the backup to KCP. I think because he can play shooting guard. They can play together. They're small, but they can play together. Well, I think Memphis will be playing fast, considering they don't have a lot of bigs. They'll probably have. I'm not sure how they're gonna start the season, but maybe Santi, Gigi, Jalen Wells, KCP, and Ja. It's
yeah,
not a good team, but well, that's until JJJ comes back.
they're
Oh, and then
not as good even if JJJ comes back. They're not as
well,
good as the past
at least they
Memphis.
have an all-star caliber big in
Yeah,
JJJ and to anchor their defense because right now Santi at center that's like welcome to players to just attack just
yeah.
attack the paint because they don't have anybody to be the last line of defense there. Well, Alonso,
Valanciunas got picked, healed, and then Lonzo. All right,
uh,
we
yeah,
don't need to finish this. I think much of the players here will probably be at some point dropped or
yeah.
what. Uh, yeah, that's it for this draft episode. We'll have a few more drafts this coming week, a lot more in the next few weeks. So we'll probably just um, upload them when we can or when we will be able to record. All right, that's it, guys, for today, and see you in the next one. Bye.